Hi, my name is Tracee Jones, and this is my Pecha. Today I'm going to tell you about how I bounced back from two debilitating surgeries that could have changed my life forever, and actually did in a very good way. So, without further ado, welcome to a piece of my life. First of all, let me tell you about things that I enjoy. I enjoy video games, I like building things, I like motorcycles, martial arts, electronics repair, sports, music. I'm a musician. I like listening and playing. I like computers, drawing, and writing. Now, just to talk a little bit about each one, I like every type of video game you could ever imagine. I mean, I like all the consoles. I was the kid standing at the arcade machine with my quarter waiting to get next, and it started with my parents. And, the next thing that I really love is building things. And this could be building, say, furniture or just some random shelf or, anything. I love doing things with my hands. And building things is just a perk because you get something from it. The other things that I enjoy are motorcycles. I love every type of motorcycle. And of course here's some of my pictures of me with all my different helmets, and these are from different bikes. I just love them, and that would be something that I would miss out on if I wasn't able to use my hand. One of the other things I love very much is Taekwondo. I mean, what would I do without Taekwondo? I like competing. I just love it. And, how could I break boards, if something were to happen to my hand? What would I do? And, a little bit more about things that I like. I love tinkering with electronics. I've been known to go on Craigslist and find something broken just so I could try and fix it. I used to play around with iPods because I just like fixing them. And that's something else that I would miss out on. What was I going to do? And some of the other sports I like are softball. I love softball. I spent so much time playing softball. It used to be something that I couldn't stop thinking about. I ate, slept, and breathed softball. And of course, I love bowling and basketball too. And those are just my top sports. And, I know I said I was a musician. I started playing trumpet when I was in high school. I recently picked up a guitar, and I've been playing drums since I was about 5. And started with my brother. He was really good too. And I continue to do these things every day. I love computers. One of the things that I really enjoy about computers is I like building them. That was one of the first degrees that I got, was a network administration and hardware degree. And that was just so that I could spend more time with computers and hopefully make it something lucrative. But, I kind of hinted around to it, but I got bad news. I ended up with ganglion cysts, and I had to have them removed. I was told that it was a defect, and at some point they would be able to find it. But that was until after I had 2 surgeries. They look painful, don't they? Well, I couldn't accept that, and I wouldn't take that lying down. So I started rehabilitating myself. The first thing I used was something called a gyroscope. And in order to regain my fine motor skills, I started playing around with the Rubik's Cube. And since I like guitar, I started using guitar exercisers. And then I remembered I love to draw. But it hurt a lot to try and draw. More than I could stand. And the other thing I really liked, I enjoyed very much, was writing. I mean, how in the world would I be able to write if it hurt me to draw? Writing is so much more intricate. And, I wrote things from music to poetry and just writing about my everyday things. And they were threatening to take that away from me. And, so I needed to find a way to combine those two, and in a way that I would be able to do even with all my pain. So even though I can't draw things the way I used to, I draw some pretty neat stick figures, and I started making a cartoon journal to remember all the things that happened to me. One of which a lot of people get plenty of enjoyment out of, but let me tell you a story. walk in my shoes. One time, when I was in Georgia, I went hiking with some friends up Mount Kennesaw. And those of you who've never been to Mount Kennesaw, this is what it looks like. Lots of leaves. And we were hiking up, and all of a sudden there was like these people that I saw, and I realized that they were much, much, much older than myself. And I started getting worried. Yeah, see, here they are right here. The old ladies. And she passed me. Now, I saw her like this, but, I mean, to me, it was like being geriatric in a walker. So I started trying to push myself really, really hard to get up this hill. And next thing I know, I fell and I got these leaves and I started sliding down this hill. And I saw this guy, and it was so embarrassing that I decided I would just take him down with me. And yes, I reached out and I grabbed him and I snatched him down. And apparently he thought it was too embarrassing to endure himself, so he grabbed the next guy down. So there's 3 of us tumbling down this hill. And I mean fast. And let me tell you, by the time we got down to the bottom, my friends caught up to us. I said, let's get out of here before they realize that it was me that started all that trouble. And that was one of the things that I cartooned in my book. And I tell you what, if there's anything that I learned about this, I never give up. I kept on working until I was able to do something. And I may not be back the way that I was, but I guarantee you, I am still pretty decent and I'm working hard every single day. And I just have to tell you, I couldn't be happier that I did. Thank you for listening. Bye.